guys, this video is going to be on sweeping and mopping the mats. Often overlooked, but a very important task to maintain the hygiene and cleanliness standards of the gym. So this video I'm going to be showing you guys first the best way to sweep, then the best way to mop the mats. Exciting. So the first thing we're going to be doing is sweeping the mats clear of any debris that could be on top there. As you do this a couple times, you'll find that fingernails, hair from heads, arms, legs, everywhere on the body ends up falling off on top of the mats while people are rolling, okay? Fingernails, toenails, skin, all sorts of nasty stuff. So it's super important that instead of just mopping the mats, first you give them a good sweeping. So I'll show you guys how we like to start. You'll come to one edge of the mat, okay? And you're going to sweep a straight line, make it about 3 or 4 feet with each press of the broom all the way across the mat, okay? And so it's important that I'm getting all the way to the edge here of the mat and then sweeping across, okay? All the way to the edge and then sweeping out. I don't want to be making little short bursts and leaving, 6 to 8 inches of dirtiness on the outside, okay? So I'm going to make my path all the way down, and we'll speed this up for the edited version of the video. Now that all the debris from the red mats has been pushed to inside this seam runs all the way down along the mat. I like to use it as my marker. I'm now going to push all of the debris off onto the concrete here, okay? Once it's onto the concrete, we're going to broom it all together, consolidate it, and then we'll sweep it up. These mats are swept and mopped daily, yet due to the amount of people on the mats training, you will end up with about this much hair and about this much dirt, okay? Disgusting, right? Most gyms just mop, and when you just mop, you end up spreading out a lot of this debris all over the mats. This could end up in somebody's eye, this could end up in somebody's cut and infect them, so it's very important to us to maintain a higher level of cleanliness standard to ensure that all of our athletes are safe, okay? So now that we have it all consolidated, we're going to dust pan up this portion right here. Now it's time to sweep the brown mat, okay? So when starting with the brown mat, the first thing you need to do is make sure that all the balls, if there are any bags or anything else in the way, are all pushed out of the way. Now that everything's out of the way, we begin sweeping in the same fashion that we started on the red mat. Now that all the debris has been swept off the mats, I usually find it's easiest to use the smaller broom to consolidate all of it to one side. Also try to get back into little hard to reach places that might not always get swept out. It's always good to make things a little cleaner if possible, okay? I also take sweeping the brown mat as an opportunity to sweep any of the debris off the little puzzle mats here as well.
Now that the exterior debris has been pushed off of the cage panels, it's time to start doing that snaking motion all the way down to one side again. Now that all the debris has been pushed down to one side, we're going to consolidate it and then dust pan it up. So now that we've swept and cleared all the debris off the mats, it's time to mop the mats and disinfect them. So the first thing you need to make sure is that you have fresh, clean, new mop water. The reason I'm emphasizing that, don't reuse mop water from the day before. Don't be lazy, just get clean, fresh, new water, okay? Fill the water up to about the first tier. There are notches inside the bucket. You'll see it. Just do it kind of based on feel, but you'll want maybe about 5 or 6 inches of water. Now that you have fresh water in the bucket, you're going to take the disinfectant germicidal bleach and you're going to put 1 glove, okay? This is about what a glove looks like. Okay? Just enough as if you spilled something out of your cup on accident. After that, use the mop to spread out the disinfectant throughout the water, and then your mop water is ready to go. When mopping, you'll first start by doing the entire perimeter of the mats. Then you'll do the inside. Now that I've finished doing the perimeter of the red mats, I'm going to go 1 mat at a time, doing the entire length plus some to just get over the seam between the 2 mats, all in 1 stroke. I'm not flipping the mop head over, I'm just dragging it in that snake pattern just like we did when we were doing the broom. Once you've finished with 1 mat, be sure to re-dunk your mop so it has enough of the cleaning and disinfectant to spread out over the entire other section. So now that we've completed mopping the red mats, we're going to move on to the brown mat. We're going to start by again doing the entire perimeter and then zigzagging throughout the inside. And now remember, the objective of mopping is not to soak the mats and make this entire thing a slip and slide. The objective of mopping is to spread the disinfectant across the entire surface of the training area. So, if you'll take a look down here at the mats, they're wet and moist, but they're not soaking wet. There's not pools of water building up inside of the little seams here, okay? While you're doing the brown mat as well, it never hurts just to hit the puzzle mats over here as well with a quick little once over. So now we're going to be doing the exterior of the cage, first with the mop. Now that the exterior has been complete, you'll split the cage in half and zigzag all the way down and then zigzag back on the other side. Now that everything's been both swept and mopped, the debris has been cleared and then the surface has been disinfected, here's what you're going to do. Turn the fan on to ensure that the mats dry very quickly in case anybody shows up early for class, so that way they're not slipping and sliding and hurting themselves. Sweeping and mopping the mats is one of the most important things that we can do to make sure that our warriors stay safe. We don't want anybody contracting any sort of skin conditions or infecting any cuts. So if you are entrusted with both sweeping and mopping the mats, make sure that you do it to the standard of this video. Thank you.